All right, so a little bit more about the performance management process. So, who are the appraisers? Who are these people that get to say things about other people and their performance? First of all, your direct supervisor is usually on the list. So, if you're one of the worker bees, it could be your supervisor, your manager, or however the organization looks. There might be multiple rater systems, so maybe you're also on a project with project managers, and the project managers of the different projects you're on during the year also have say in your feedback. And sometimes it's a 360 degree. That means you get it from all, literally you get it from all angles. So if you're a manager, your manager will do an evaluation, but also your employees and your fellow managers at your level. So you literally get it from all areas, right? Frequency of analysis depends on the culture, depends on a lot of things. It's been my experience almost always it's annual, once a year. All right, types of individual rewards. So compensation packages, we can have a sort of a total array of money, how things happen in terms of wages and salaries and so forth. And base pay, by that we mean the money you get every paycheck, right? And it's certainly a major cost for your business to pay everybody to meet payroll, and certainly the people who own small business continually talk about the pressure to meet payroll. Right? And a good base pay can certainly down here help reduce turnover and increase morale when it's well designed. It's hard to retain and therefore train your workforce when they keep leaving because somebody gave them a 50 cent or 25 cent raise an hour to go someplace else. So if you want a talented, trained workforce, you're going to have to pay them enough to get them to stay, right? Whatever that means. You have to figure that part out. Other things we can do is types of incentive pay systems on top of base pay. Piecework, right? So you get paid so much for doing something. So every bushel of apples you pick, you get paid $3 or something like that. Gain sharing, that's the thing Frederick W. Taylor figured out he had to do with his machinists when they told him and helped him figure out more productive ways to turn out output in the organization, made more money. He shared those gains with the employees. That's why it's gain sharing. Bonus systems, if we exceed certain goals, you get a certain money, long-term compensation. I'm going to offer you not just base pay, but a retirement package so you're more liable to stay. So the first time you have a bad day and somebody offers you the same job at equal pay, you don't take it. Merit pay system, again, sometimes, so based on your appraisals and other things, whatever they might be, some people will get a 6% raise and other people will get 1 or 0% raise on their annual raise because of their merit rankings. Profit sharing, it's sort of like gain sharing. As we make more profits, you get more money. That works when you're making money. When people work really hard and the economy's down and everybody knows you're not going to make any money, it's hard to lean on that as an incentive program when people know the company's struggling and there's going to be no profit. So the profit sharing plan is going to be a big goose egg. How do you, by that I mean zero. So how do you motivate the employees? Right. And employee stock option plans, again, if the stock options go up, it's the same kind of thing as profits, though. Microsoft had this problem. It was great when they were offering stock options to their employees in the 90s and stock was going up and up. And then the 2000 dot-com bomb hit and all the stocks went way, way down. And now they had all these employees with massive stock options that they all knew were going to be useless. I mean, valueless. So how do you motivate your employees? Big challenge there, right? So they changed the way their incentive plan works. There's also indirect compensation, not just rewards, but things like payment for time not work, so time off, personal days, things like that, medical leave, sick leave. So security contributions, that's the law. But it's fairly hefty. It's in the double digits. Number 3, the unemployment compensation. So if you do happen to lose your job here, you can still get some pay for a while until you get another job. Disability and workers' compensation benefits, so if you get injured on the job and so forth, we'll have some payments there. Often companies will give you some life and health insurance, not always. Those are very expensive, particularly health insurance. And then some type of pension or retirement plan or a 401k, 403b, those are types of pre-tax plans. And sometimes the companies will put in 50 cents on the dollar matching funds and those kind of things. Those can be extremely valuable. My advice as the business professor is if your company has those, or first of all, if you don't know, go find out the 401k type pre-tax savings plans. If they have one, if you don't know, find out. And if they have it, use it. How much should you put in there? You should put in at least the amount they're going to match, even if they're matching 50 cents on the dollar. You're crazy not to, because that's free money you're passing up. So you should very much put in at least that amount. A lot of people say you should put 10% in those type of plans. And then manager reward systems, we try to really, they work better when you link performance to rewards. When everybody gets the same, or there's the favored few get all the rewards, then they don't work so well, or not at all, right? And we see here in the first bullet, employee perception of the link between pay and performance. It's not that just the managers giving out the performance awards. It's not that they have to believe it, although they certainly should, but the employees must have that perception that this is how it works. Right? They must have that idea that this is the way. That you actually get more pay for your performance. Think back to the motivational theories we had earlier in here, like Vroom's theory, right, where certain activities lead to certain performance, and those performance will lead to certain rewards, and those rewards have value, right? So they must, and that's based on the employee's perception. So that's very, very key. Sometimes we have flexible reward systems where people can pick different rewards. Sometimes you'll see that in the style of, it's called cafeteria benefits, right? I get to pick, do I want to have eyeglass coverage, right? I have health insurance, but do I want to have eyeglass coverage? And if I do, I have to pay for part of that myself. So I get to sort of pick and choose. Maybe I get perfect eyesight and I have no intention of paying extra for eyesight coverage. And sometimes we have these participative pay systems, employees involved in design and or administration of their compensation, so they get some say in how the benefits are going to work. Often we'll elect representatives, and the representatives will meet and they'll have inputs into the management, so the management can say it's not that we pick this all by ourselves, but your representatives, right, help pick this solution, and therefore you can have confidence it was the best option available. And you'll see companies do things like that also.